I've spent a lot of mornings on dairy farms, never one quite like this. I'm in Salisbury, North Carolina at a water buffalo farm. Come on, let me take you where the food comes from. Water buffalo are out of Asia. They're traditionally work animals, milk animals, meat animals. You see them in rice paddies in Asia. That's probably where most of us are familiar seeing those curly horns. But these animals, like everybody else, immigrated. When they made their way to Italy, they became the source for the luscious buffala mozzarella cheese. You know, there's a difference in the buffala mozzarella and what you get from cow's milk. It's just a little bit richer, a little bit creamier. Some of that milk is used for cheese, for gelato. And it's all happening right here in Salisbury, North Carolina.
I grew up on a farm. They're kind of like Dumbo. They have such big ears. And they each have their own different personalities.
So they're individuals like everybody else.
Yeah, oh yeah. She is a little over a month old. She is getting her morning serving of milk. They make a special formula just for water buffalo. She'll stay on milk until she's 3 months old, and then she will go out to the pasture.
Every day on a farm starts this way. Somebody's looking to get milk, and these ladies are ready. Is it the same process to milk a water buffalo? Are you dealing with basically the same thing?
It is, it's the same process.
So you're comfortable with all this, and for those who don't know, right now what you're doing is a simple udder wash.
I am.
Making sure everything is sanitary and clean.
After we clean them, we strip them, or that's what it's called, just to check all the milk, make sure they have no mastitis or anything like that.
And now here's the dairyman's best friend. I don't think they've had their coffee yet. And there we go, she's off and going. So the hardest part of the job is over for the moment. This is the first time I ever saw something with a beard getting milk.
Yeah.
That's, you know, you don't usually, no offense, hon. When it comes to milk production, how close to cows are they? And are they roughly the same as?
Dairy cattle?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No. More, less?
Less.
Less.
Less, yeah. You have some that have more Italian heritage that are better milkers. We're hoping with our breeding program, we'll get better genetics in, get the bad genetics out.
So Autumn, same as it ever was. All you got to do to distract these gals and keep them steady is give them a bite to eat. Looks like they're having their morning Cheerios over there.
They are.
I know it's probably not Cheerios. What do water buffalo eat? We'll give it right back. Don't worry.
This is a mixture of cottonseed and corn.
Cottonseed.
We call it their crunchy munch.
Crunchy munch. Do you like this stuff? You want to bite? Lucy? You don't take snacks from strangers? I don't blame you. All right, look, we can be friends anyway. So her work's about done for the day. All right, what's next, Autumn?
Our post dip.
So just like with cattle.
This is to make sure like no bacteria or dirt gets up in there, because her teat canals are open right now. So if a calf was sucking on her, their spit would cover it.
And so this is just like an antiseptic, and it's just gonna make sure this cow stays healthy, no mastitis, and everything about that milk production is gonna be clean and exactly what we need it to be.
Yes.
So we're just gonna give her a dip here?
Yep.
All right. She does not seem to mind at all. They take care of us and we take care of them. Good job, girl. Thank you. So Autumn, we're unhooking and it's time to put this milk to work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. All right, let's get this out of here so we can go show everybody. Can I give you a hand?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm following you. Good job, girl. Good job. Look how frothy.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's beautiful.
y'all need to see inside of here. Look at that cream line on the top and that foam. You can see it just floating there. Autumn, that looks so rich.
Oh yeah.
Is it as rich as dairy milk? Or more
it's
rich?
Actually, it has a very high butter fat, so it's very sweet.
Very rich and creamy and sweet. It's time to put this stuff to work. Let's go, Autumn. Who was she?
Marianne.
Marianne. So this is what Marianne just gave us. And we're gonna put it through this strainer. I'm gonna go slower. That's a good speed?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
You want to
Again,
save all the milk you can.
You can smell the richness of that milk. All right, so now, what's the next step?
I'll usually start taking the cows out and then hook that back up and start
And what
cleaning.
are we gonna, we're gonna put this milk under chill or?
Yeah, I'll let this drain a little more.
And then we'll come back and pick it up and chill it.
Yep.
So we're on to the next stop.
Yep.
Okay. Lead the way. Oh, I never clean up after myself. Marianne was very generous this morning. We have a little sampling of what she had there. This is the fresh water buffalo milk. Now Faith, is this sweeter than regular milk? Same as regular milk?
So it is, has a sweet flavor to it, a naturally sweet flavor. It also has a lot more butterfat, protein, and calcium than your cow's milk.
So compared to what's a typical cow's milk butterfat level?
So a Holstein will give you about a 3% butterfat.
Okay.
Our girls will give you 9 to 11%.
9 to 11. So when we're talking about butterfat, people got to understand their favorite ice cream. The better they like that ice cream, probably the more butterfat it's got in it. That's carrying the flavor. That's that richness, that creaminess, and this, it doesn't even smell quite like cow's milk. It smells very familiar, but it's got a sweet aroma to it. So are we gonna do a little taste test here?
We'll go ahead and pour it.
I'll
taste it.
let you do the honors here. Now, is this something? Do you keep a picture of this in your refrigerator, or is this?
I do.
You do.
It's
Now
that good.
this whole venture kind of got started because you took a little trip. You went overseas and you went to Italy, and you discovered there the fresh buffala mozzarella cheese,
Right.
which anybody who thinks they've had that lovely whole milk fresh mozzarella, they haven't really tasted what the intent of that was until they have tasted the buffalo mozzarella.
Correct.
This is where all that starts. Here's mud in your eye. See how this goes. That's yummy. I mean, that's like, it's not.
You can taste the sweetness.
Yeah, but it's not super sweet like ice cream, but you can taste, this would be something great to make ice cream out of. So what are the nutritional profile? Is it better for you than cow's milk? Same for you?
So it has a higher butterfat content,
Right.
but our bodies do process a little bit differently, and so the cholesterol is actually a little bit lower than cow's milk. It also has higher calcium and protein, so it makes an amazing cheese, it makes an amazing gelato.
Well, I think what we've found with research over the years, we've gone from butter's terrible for you, eat margarine, and then they're like, oh Lord, never ever ever eat margarine, please go back to butter. We're finding that butter fat, natural fats, whole fats, like we get from dairy, are not the problem. Like anything else, you don't want to overconsume.
Moderation.
Just because of caloric stuff, but other than that, one of the healthiest things you can put in your body.
It's delicious.
Well, here's to you.
Thank you.
And to Marianne. Bartender, it is gelato making day at Fading D Farms. In case you don't know what gelato is, it's Italian ice cream. It's one of the richest, most luxurious things in the world. So now, David, this is the milk. Is this what Marianne gave us this morning, or has this been?
This is milk that from probably a month ago.
Okay.
We take the milk, we collect it once a week, we pasteurize it, and then we will freeze it, and then we bring it back out, and we actually make the base for the gelato. And that base, it takes about a day to make, and then you have to age it for about another 8 hours. And so then we freeze it, and then again, when we're ready to make, we thaw it, and we bring it out, put it in the machine, and stir it up.
And so you've loaded up here. Is this
Right.
is it going now?
Not yet. We're going to hit the start button.
All right, here she goes. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to have ice cream. What is in this base that's going to make this ice cream?
So it's very simple. It's water buffalo milk. It's sugar and some natural emulsifiers, and that's about it.
The gelato process, do you find it superior to an ice cream making process? Is it more?
Gelato is by nature creamier than ice cream because of the churning process. It's churned at a slower speed and makes a finer ice particle, which again makes it a smoother product.
How many different varieties do y'all make?
We presently make 6. We have sweet cream, which is just the ice cream and the sugar, just as it comes out of the machine. Then we have 3 fruits. We have peach, blueberry, and strawberry. And we source our fruits locally.
So these are the toppings right here, and you didn't go to town and buy it. You actually source the fruit locally?
Yep, we find farms locally that sell the fruits and that we want to put in. And then we bring them back here and process them and cure them, and then we freeze them in these containers so they're ready to go when we're ready to make
Fresh
water.
peaches, fresh blueberries, fresh strawberries, your little secret additions.
Right.
And that's going to become layers in your fruit gelato.
Yes.
Wow. All right, I think we're about ready for the rubber to hit the road here.
So we're going to extract this.
This machine is, oh, look at this. That looks like snow coming down from the Italian Alps, doesn't it? That is beautiful. And this is the blueberry. Now this is gonna go layer by layer. They're gonna come do a layer of fruit, layer of ice cream, layer of fruit. Getting ready with my trusty dusty cup. All right, Miss Faith, is it full? The 3/4 full? Full.
That's pretty good.
Okay, we got pretty full here. And now I'm just gonna pour. It's like the syrup on my pancakes, but I'm being a little less generous. Okay. This is a fast process.
Once you start extracting, you have to keep moving because it will freeze inside the machine, and then you have all
And then
kinds
your
of
whole
troubles.
machine locks up and
Exactly.
you're waiting for a thaw. So now from here, where's it gonna go?
So we put it into just an upright freezer there,
Okay.
and that's just to keep it cold until we can get it packaged. And then we will pint it and cup it and put it in the blast freezer.
All right, so this is here now, waiting for us to pack it up, put it in the pints, and get it ready for you to come get some. This process is moving fast, people. I mean, this ice cream is already being packed. David's on the spoon over here. He's loading it up. We got our line here. They're gonna let me try one and see if I don't mess it up. Something tells me I can put ice cream in a cup. I know I'm very good at taking it out of a cup.
All right, you ready to try?
Yeah, let's get in here.
All right.
All right, and I'm just gonna come up with a big hooping scoopful.
Yeah, put that other thing in your left hand.
Like this. I hold that in my left hand, and is it a knock or a scrape?
Scrape it off.
A scrape.
Yep. Don't
Okay.
worry about getting it all off.
Okay, so
You're
that,
gonna be getting lots more.
so that's like helping Granny with the cake in the kitchen. I'm not gonna lick it when I'm done. If we were at Granny's house, I would do that. Maybe a little more. See, you want me to pack your ice cream. You're gonna get a little extra when I do it. So, and now we're just trying to put a nice even
Yep.
seal
smooth
on top of it.
Yep.
Fill in that little gap I left.
There you go.
I'm taking this one with me.
We are not farmers. At least we weren't farmers until very recently. Faith trained in early childhood education and taught and raised our children. I've trained as a family physician and had a practice here in Salisbury, North Carolina for many years. As we got a little bit older, we started doing some vacationing and went to Italy and fell in love with the gelato and with the mozzarella. And we came back to the United States and said, let's get some more mozzarella. And nobody had mozzarella from buffalo. And we said, geez, I mean, this is something we could do. I can't keep working and have the water buffalo. I had to make a choice between my practice and the buffalo. And so we decided to go into buffalo farming full time. So water buffalo are not native to North America. And they actually, at this point, cannot be imported to North America. Most of the breeding stock that's in the United States is more swamp than river. And so their milk production is not great. And unfortunately, we have a dairy which we are looking for milk production. We cannot import the buffalo, so what we do is we breed them up. We can import semen, and we get it from Italy, from their good milking herds there. And we are using that to improve the genetics of a herd and improve the milk production.
We managed to take the milk and find a way to play with it to see if we could make cheese. We were not cheese makers. We found that making cheese was harder than we had anticipated. And because part of it being that all the recipes are for cow's milk. And water buffalo milk has a lot more butter fat, 30% more calcium and protein, so the mozzarella certainly didn't work. So for a while we made aged cheeses. We still really wanted the mozzarella. And so we had taken a tour to Italy, and it was a cheese making tour. So we went to all these out of the way farms where there were cow dairies and goat dairies and sheep dairies, and they took us in and showed us their creameries and what they made. We got to taste some of the most amazing cheeses. And then we had more milk, and we're like, you know what else is good? Gelato's really good.
We are slowly transitioning to everything that's on our farm has been bred and born on our farm. That makes it a lot easier for us because cows that are born in the field and raised there, they're not used to humans. And being in the milking parlor, inches away from the buffalo, you want them to be very friendly. And so our buffalo, from the minute they hit the ground, they have contact with people. Faith spends time loving on them, teaching them how to walk on the lead rope, hand feeding them. So they get very used to people, very friendly, and they want to be around us. They'll come up to the fence and want to be petted. So as our friends, they're a whole lot easier to handle than wild ones.
Right now we're still fairly local, but we're looking to get less local and out there to more people. You can go to our website and order and buy that, and you can come by and pick it up at your convenience. We do that type of pickup for our mozzarella, our gelato, our ground meat. Those things can be ordered online, picked up at your convenience if Saturday mornings don't work for you. Otherwise, Saturday mornings we're usually open. If we have some kind of other commitment that we can't be here, we do post it on our website and our social media pages, just so that you don't travel all the way out here and then we're not here. We do have people that come from Charlotte, Greensboro, the coast, Raleigh. It has been amazing how far we've had people come from Virginia. We had somebody come here last week and they were visiting their mother in Greensboro, but they live in California. So we've had people come from all over, and it's just been wonderful to meet everybody.
For me, probably the biggest thing is that, I was at the office all the time or at the hospital all the time. So this has given us a chance to work together. Every day we're seeing each other and working together as a team. So, that's been very fulfilling for us.
I like the farming part more than I thought I would. I love the babies. I love watching them grow up. I love bottle feeding them and working with them and training them to walk on lead ropes. They're the sweetest animals, and there's just so many rewarding things every day.
And she loves me coming into the house smelling like buffalo at the end of the day.
I'm like, and you can go change now. Thank you.
You didn't expect to see me coming down a chicken coop slide. I see things I don't expect every day, like a water buffalo farm in the North Carolina hills. We think we know what farming is. We're finding out every day. We're just now discovering it out here, where the food comes from.